Hey guys, welcome back to another Lake of the Woods and More fishing report. This week we are in the middle of winter. There's no other way to put it. It's cold, miserable, windy, snow, blowing snow, all that fun stuff, drifts all over the place. Most of the guys and outfitters are saying if you don't have tracked vehicles, travel is very difficult on the lakes right now. If you guys use any of the guides or resorts, please let them know that you saw them here on the fishing report. All the contact information is in the description of this video. Just go to the description, you can click on the link, it'll bring you right to their website, give you their contact info if you want to use one of these guides or resorts. This weekend's weather looks like more of the same, snow, wind, and cold. So gonna be some tough conditions this week, but with that said, let's start out. Let's go out to Upper Red Lake, talk to Cole Coisty of Cole's Snow Bear Expeditions. He said Red Lake, as of late, the fishing's been kind of up and down. Still catching some walleyes, still moving around, catching some walleyes, and catching some crappies as well. Actually some really nice crappies. Cole says his best luck is with flutter spoons, rattle baits right now, calling those fish in, then slowing it down when they appear, getting them to bite. He says couple that with a dead stick. You can use a demon, you can use a plain red hook. That's kind of going to be the best for walleyes and crappies right now on Upper Red Lake. If you're looking at getting out that way, you want to take a guided trip on a snow bear, make sure you get in touch with Cole's Snow Bear Expeditions. Wasn't able to get in touch with West Wind Resort this week for a report from them. I know they posted on their Facebook today that they're trying to dig out from this last storm. They anticipate everything going pretty good by the weekend. Now your weather for Upper Red Lake Friday is going to be a warm 21. It's going to drop down to 3 below at night. You're gonna have some gusty winds, 20 miles an hour and above. Saturday's high is gonna be about 1, minus 13 for a low, winds 10 to 15. Sunday, high of 4, gonna be minus 9 for a low, winds are gonna be 5 to 10. So you're gonna deal with some wind and possibly some snow on Friday. Now moving over into North Dakota, out to Devil's Lake, talk to Mark Bry from Bry's Guide Service. He says more snow has made travel pretty difficult. If you're wanting to get out on Devil's Lake and you just have a pickup truck, Mark says the best places to go, and probably really the only places to go, ice roads are maintained at a Woodland Resort or East Bay Campground. Now those roads are maintained daily. Now Mark says as far as fishing, it's kind of the typical winter pattern right now. It's a big lake, these fish are on the move, their behavior can change very quickly. Mark says your best plan of success is drill a lot of holes, study your maps, come up with a plan, stick with your plan. It's all about being in the right place at the right time. Mark says use your electronics. If you're not marking fish, move. But if you're marking fish and you're not getting them to bite, you're gonna need to change your tactics. Change your bait, change your lure presentation, find out what's working to get these fish to bite. Now, as far as the perch bite out on Devil's Lake, your starting points, you wanna start out in 25 to 40 feet of water. Those are your common depths where perch are gonna be hanging out. Target them with tungsten jigs, dropper style rigs. Now tip those with a spike, waxy, minnow head. Kind of experiment, see what's going to work and stick with that. Now as far as walleyes, mornings and evenings have been the best. The hardest part right now is getting that bite to last. You're going to want to target 10 to 25 feet of water. Buckshot spoons, jig and wraps, those have been the best baits right now. And there's been some really nice walleyes caught. One client that Mark had out had 4 fish between 25 and 28 inches out of one hole. Now, as far as openings, Mark says they're pretty limited right now. They're filling up. So if you're wanting to get out on a guided snow bear trip out on Devil's Lake, North Dakota, chase perch or walleyes, get in touch with Bry's Guide Service. Now, I also got a chance to get in touch with Mike Peluso from Mike Peluso's Outdoors. He guides out on Devil's Lake, Sakakawea, basically all across the state of North Dakota. Mike says the weather has been the battle right now. It's been snowing, then it goes warm to cold, and now big winds. Mike says if you're wanting to go to North Dakota to go fishing, tracks are a must. Wind hits lakes a lot harder in North Dakota than it does in Minnesota. Drifting occurs quickly. Even if you got a plowed road, if you get a big wind, that road's going to fill up really fast. Now Mike has shifted his efforts mostly to chasing walleyes right now on Devil's Lake. They're focusing on those main northern bodies of water and some on the main lake structure. Mike says his best lures this week have been buckshots used with a minnow, and he's hooking that minnow in the back and using a full minnow, hooking it in the back on a buckshot. Now that has worked the best this week for him. Now over on Sakakawea, Mike says the bite is pretty solid. The Van Hook arm area is probably the best right now. You're gonna wanna find humps and you're gonna wanna be set up before dark. Now Mike says access is gonna be the toughest part, especially if we continue to get more snow and these heavy winds. Now if you're wanting to get out on a trip on Devil's Lake, or if you're wanting to get out and hit Lake Sakakawea, get in touch with Mike Peluso's Outdoors. So now your weather for Devil's Lake this weekend. Friday, a nice high of 33. Gonna dip down to -3, so it's a 30-degree temperature change in one day, but you're looking at winds at 25 miles an hour. Saturday, your high is about 5, gonna be -6 at night, winds 10 to 15. Sunday, high of 12, down to -3, and winds at 10 to 15. Gonna be some chances for some snow in there as well, so probably gonna be some drifting this weekend again. If you're wanting to get out on Devil's Lake, you're probably gonna need a track vehicle or a snowmobile. Now moving up to Lake of the Woods, talked to Marshall from Lake Road Lodge out of Baudette. Marshall says this past week was about as good as it can be for this time of year. They've had some decent numbers of fish caught this week and some big ones mixed in. Now they're still fishing in about 30 feet of water. They're off in the mud, and Marshall says that afternoon bite seems to be a lot better than the morning. They're still using gold and blue jigs, been the hot ticket, with live shiners. They're digging out from this last heavy snow as well. Got some more snow and wind probably on tap for this weekend as well. Marshall's got some rooms that open up for the 27th, 28th, and 29th, and he's got a cancellation for this coming weekend. If you're wanting to get out on Lake of the Woods, sleeper houses, day houses, package, non-package, you want to go for the portable, you just need a motel, make sure you get in touch with Marshall from Lake Road Lodge. Gonna be a nasty weather swing up on Lake of the Woods this weekend as well. Friday, you're looking at a high of 21, gonna go all the way down to -4 at night. Could have some pretty heavy winds on Friday, could have some gusts up to 40. Now Saturday, a high of around 0, low is gonna get down to 20 below. You're looking at winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. Sunday, looks like a high of about 3, gonna get dipped down to -14. Winds 5 to 10. So the weather this weekend looks pretty cold and windy. Now just talking to some area fishermen, just some of the things I'm hearing, sounds like a shallower pike bite starting to materialize in that 5 to 10 foot of water. If you're wanting to go tip up fishing, that could be an option. And I'm hearing some pretty good walleye bites too in shallow in that evening time frame. Doesn't seem to last very long, but hearing a lot of guys saying like 12, actually about 14 to 18 feet has been pretty good, kind of off of breaks on the shorelines. So a lot of things to try. Fish are always feeding somewhere. It's just the hard part of trying to find them. Well, so that's what I got for the fishing report this week. I hope you can get out and enjoy God's great outdoors, and we'll see you on the next one.